The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, the Free National Movement is getting ready to roll out another tranche of candidates. That happens on Thursday, but it's a brewing situation in Freetown that could possibly upstage the event. F&M Freetown hopeful Andrew Blue Johnson joins me this evening. Also tonight, the Bahamas Educational Managerial Union puts a dent in the new school year already, pulling out its principals and senior staff, saying the Ministry and Department of Education have failed to meet agreed commitments. And also a little later in the show, Sunshine Medical Center is here. You'll meet the principals. They're coming up just a little later. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, it was this alert that went out on Sunday that got the nation's attention. It reads in part, calling all supporters of Andrew Blue Johnson. The F&M leadership is trying to push on us. In Freetown, a young 33-year-old man named Lincoln Deal, who was trying to get the Killarney seat but was rejected. This coming Thursday, we believe, is when they will try to nominate him. On Thursday, we want everyone to meet up so we can head down to the F&M headquarters as a unified group of Freetowners. That WhatsApp post goes further, but we will stop right there tonight. Joining me this evening is Andrew Blue Johnson. Good evening to you. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you here.
Good evening. Good to be here.
Those were some strong words.
Says who? You?
Says me and many others.
Those are just words. I just express my feelings and the feelings of the people in Freetown. They want their candidate, and they want their candidate to be Andrew Blue Johnson. And all I did was to ask everybody, come out, show up, show your support for Andrew Blue Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Now, people are saying, F&Ms, as you very well know, because you've been dragged left, right, and then center on the last day or so. So an F&M just said to me, in fact, late this afternoon, that, wait a minute, you're showing up at the F&M headquarters on Thursday evening will have no effect, if any, and if it does, very minimal. And here's why. He says that you do not have the support of the association in Freetown, nor do you have a relationship with them. How do you respond to that?
Well, first, does this fella have a name? I like for people to call their names out, because anyone could bring anything out and say anything they want. I don't do that. I put name to places and things and events. So is there a name that the person has that you could share?
Do you have a relationship with the Freetown Association?
I'm a person, let me give you a little history first before I answer that. I'm a person, relationships is what I do. I do not do anything with anybody without connecting and creating good relationships. That's the short answer. Yes, I have relationships with people in Freetown Association, and I could call a name, Cristobal Gomez. He is a party, I call names. Mm-hmm. He is in the association. When I first entered, he was very excited. For me, everything was fine. Janie Moxie, the chairman, very good relationship with her. Everything was fine. Others in the association who are from Camp Road, one or two walked with me. Janie Moxie walked with me the first time 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So
these relationships are ongoing. They're saying something that happened a few years ago that you were talking about. These are relationships now in place.
I never met Miss Moxie until I decided to run for the Freetown for the F&M, or put myself out there for it. And I was introduced to Miss Moxie from association member, Mr. Cristobal Gomez. So if someone were to say that I don't have a relationship, now, I can tell you this, I have no communication with the association ever since probably 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh, this relation, so it just went cold?
Oh, it just went cold.
When? Why would you say it happened?
I think it happened when the leader met with the association about 4 weeks ago. One thing about me, if you ask me questions, I give you answers. I don't dance around it. I'm not trying to throw shade or fire on anyone. You ask me a question, I give you an answer. Leaders need to learn how to stop playing games, answer questions, stop whitewashing, and just be direct. People in this country ready for leadership and people to be direct and honest with them. Now, if you were to ask me what went down in certain meetings,
What went down in the meeting?
I cannot say.
What do you suppose? Because it's been a month.
I don't want to speculate, but let me give you the facts. Again, I'm a fact-based person. If I had these relationships with people who I can call their names, and others in the association that I met and called, but I would not call their names because I just introduced myself to them. We had very good relationships, and because everything went cold, I decided not to really touch them anymore because I don't want to get them. I'm a newcomer in the association or in Freetown. I used to be the chairman of the Shirley constituency for Pierre Puig back in 1997. That's what, 27 years ago. So I'm not a newcomer to F&M. I am a newcomer to that inside political thing.
Right.
What I think needs to change.
Did you make it known to them that, listen, I've walked these streets, I've had a relationship with these people, with many of you
for years,
share and I'm interested in being your candidate?
Can I share the whole process shortly for you? I called. I asked information on what it takes to get the nomination. I was told that you have to do X, Y, and Z, fill out a form, non-disclosure agreement, an application form. Okay, I said, when can I get this? They said to me, and I'm not going to call the person's name, but someone from the F&M said to me, okay, give them chance to speak to leadership, because I don't know the process. Give them time to speak to leadership, and that's how it goes. They called me back 2-3 weeks later. Well, actually, WhatsApp and email with the non-disclosure form, the application form. This was a Saturday, maybe 2.5 months ago. And I filled the form out, sent in all information. 4 hours later, I got an email for me to start candidates training the following day, which was a Sunday.
Oh, you did the candidates
Sunday,
training?
Monday, and Tuesday, 3 days, about 4 days, 4 hours each, with about 12 speakers. I'm not going to call their name, but 12 senior officials from the F&M. All right, and so
and they were under no doubt about what your intentions were and still are.
Again, I'm going to quote people because it wasn't a secret meeting. Cristobal Gomez said to me that, listen, Johnson, we sent in Heather Hunt, Michael Barnett. They were sent in. Those are the two names the association sent in for consideration. This was before I came. But nothing has been done. I said, well, it's still open. He said, well, I would have to check the association and see, the F&M, and see what the situation is, which I did. And they told me that it was open. I asked the person twice. The second time I said, are you sure it's open? They said, yes. So I sent all the stuff in, got a call back, like I said, did the candidates training, and 3 weeks after that, I started to hit the ground. After that, I didn't hear anything back. It's okay. This is my turf. Let me go. First week was very successful. Second week, even more successful. Because these are my people. Freetown is me. I'm Freetown.
You know each other, yes.
Yes. And huge. The third week, I had my box to school jam.
Really?
And it was, the entire community came out.
You hosted a back to school event?
Back to school event last Saturday before last. I have photos.
So it was no secret, is what I'm saying, by the F&M leadership or anybody living anywhere in Freetown that Andrew Blue Knowles has his eyes set on this nomination. Pardon me, has his eyes set on this nomination.
No, and also I sent emails to contacts, voice messages. A lot of them didn't get a response, but everybody knew.
Have you ever spoken with the leader himself to say, listen,
I have.
so this is, and
I
you
have.
expressed this as well?
Yes.
So what's happening
And
then?
he said some things to me as well, his decisions and his likes and what he wants. And that's all I can say on that.
Did he support what you were doing and what you have been canvassing the area, your back to school event, all the stuff? Did he support those things?
When you say support, he didn't
In terms
not
of like,
support
hey,
it.
right,
No,
like
but
he didn't tell you, dude, stand
no,
down
it was made clear to me that they want to go another direction. All right? And I said back as well, okay, well, you are the leader. You do what you see fit. Freetown is my people. I will do what I have to do. I respect the F&M. I support the F&M. I support you, sir. But I already had some things going on. And I still would say that I expect to be the nominee, but until or if you decide otherwise publicly, then I will adjust and see what other route I can take.
Well, let's talk about the other routes because, I mean, for this stance that you've taken, if the leader has told you, listen, you know, Andrew Ballou Johnson, we see what you're doing, that's fantastic, but we're really looking at someone else. We have a different idea for Freetown, and you are continuing to persist. That's really quite...
Because the reason for you saying to me that I am not, or I would not be the candidate, not saying that he said that, is something that is not what I think is accurate. I went through all the process. I was told I was too late. That was the whole shebang.
You were too late.
I was too late.
But it seems you were
sort
of right up there with
I
those...
was told it was oversubscribed. I was too late. And it was closed.
But they accepted all your paperwork and responded to you.
Because in my humble opinion, it was not closed. Because I went through all of that, paid a $200 fee. See, people in organizations, F&M is an organization I love and respect. But I also believe in doing things properly. If you take someone's money, which is $250, the value, the amount doesn't mean anything really. But if you take $1 and you take this dollar because you can enter this, I'm not a legal person, but you could even be open up to lawsuit. I don't know the fine print, but you cannot, especially in the political realm. You know, in politics today, when you stick your head out, there's a possibility that it could get chopped down. So I'm in business. I've been in business for years. Never really followed frontline politics since 97, decided to build my business, spent the last 20 plus years building my business. So now my son runs my company, really, and I am the CEO, but he runs everything, operations and what have you. I'm the figurehead, and I'm there every day. So I decided, now is the time. I poked my head out and decided to be recognized. So when a human being, especially a business person, does something like that, you cannot play games. Now, I'm not saying that the F&M or the leadership is playing games.
Well, what do you call it then? If they took $250 from you and led you on, and you went and you did your back to school event, and you walked and you talked to these people, and you had some of their lunch and they had some of yours, and all this stuff that was encouraged, it wasn't discouraged. So what do you call it?
But what I understand, it was an error with whomever was responsible for taking my application and going through that process and whatever. But I stand by this though. If it was an error, that is not a Blue problem. That's a F&M committee's problem. So I don't even want to hear that. I expect and I look and I think I will be the nominee for the Freetown.
You believe in miracles, huh?
No.
What do you hope Thursday accomplishes?
Thursday? What do I hope accomplishing by walking or taking some of my support? Is it a public event?
It is.
Okay. Am I part of the public? Is Freetown constituents part of the public?
I believe they are.
Okay. So if the public event and the public go to the event just to go, We're not talking about shouting. And see, this is the problem I have with all of these political parties when it comes to Camp Road in particular, and any inner city area, if it's made up of other areas. For example, Freetown. Camp Road is a huge part of Freetown. But you have someone from the community that the community wants. And don't feel like, this process went, I think, how it should go. And I am going to, lack of a better word, protest it. And just show up because cameras are going to be there. The media is going to be there. And Bohemians will be there. F&Ms, I'm F&M. And so if I come there with a number of people from that community, blind Blake will realize something, he'll smell it.
You absolutely can.
Something is wrong. All right?
Yeah.
Now, I understand a Mr. Lincoln deal. I have no problem. I don't know the young man. No problem. This is not about Lincoln
This
deal.
is not about him.
This is about the process. See, if you want to take this as arrogance, Bahamas, F&M, or you could take it as someone who was strong in their convictions, like sensible people would. I don't have time to waste. And if you do all of that, this is not a little boy. F&M's council members, leaders of the F&M, you're not dealing with children. You're dealing with a lion, not a pussycat.
But what is this lion prepared to do on Thursday? Because
walk with my fellow Freetowners, show up to the F&M event, and let the people see us. We don't even have to say a word, but they will be wearing Freetown Wants Blue, and you could bring your roll call to see if, and we'll ask you if you want to check the name, see if it's on the voter list. That's fine.
But people may say, and the leadership right now watching this evening may say, yeah, Blue, we hear you, but you come in there with not one council member. You come in with residents of Freetown. They have no vote, no say, no nothing.
This is the problem. I don't know who's a part of the council, right? To me, although they are relevant, because that's the system, to Freetown they are irrelevant because they are not the community. All right? You may have one, I don't know, may live in the community, but it's time, and this is not just an F&M move, This is a PLP as well. All of these political parties have to stop thinking that the people work for them. They work for us.
But they are saying, listen, we have systems and rules and guidelines in place. If Andrew Blue Johnson wants a nomination, he has to speak with the association. He has to have them buy into his vision and what he wants, and they all have to come together
and I'm
walk
saying
into
that
F&M headquarters.
Needs to change for all of these political. See, first of all, even with a committee, association committee, and people don't talk about this. If you have 10, 12, 15 members, okay, they're supposed to be a part of the community. Let's go with this. The boundaries may change. Some people who decide who is to vote here may not even be a part of that constituency. But the people of that constituency will be a part of the constituency, even if the boundary change. Some may be new, but at least the majority will have a say in who they want. You wouldn't cut the boundary in half. I don't think that ever happened before.
Are you still really seriously, knowing that they want someone else, knowing that you've been told by the leadership to stand down, are you really seriously interested in this nomination?
No, my people of Freetown, I'm an F&M. They want me. And they want to support me through the F&M. They want me. It's beyond F&M, PLP's independence. It's the community of Freetown in numbers saying they want Andrew Blue Johnson.
How many people do you expect to support you on Thursday?
I don't know.
If you don't get the nomination.
I'm getting the nomination. If it's like you say, if my mommy was a so-and-so, my daddy, you know the same. Everyone else knows the same.
Will you support the candidate?
Huh?
Will you support the candidate if they decide to?
I have to support myself. Of course.
I like him. You gotta come back. I want you to come back, whether it's Friday after Thursday or whether it's another time when they name Freetown. And if it's you, then I congratulate you. It's as simple as that. I thank you very much, Andrew Blue Johnson, for being here. We will all be watching on Thursday. We will be live, that's right. And we will watch on Thursday and see. I doubt, though, Freetown will be nominated or ratified on Thursday. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
I don't know. I have no control in that, no control whatsoever. But I will be the nominee for my great party, Freetown, and I support Michael Pentard and the FNL.
And Dad say, how you support me and you this what you're doing?
See, that's the problem. Both can be true in this country, and these politicians have to realize I can support you, I can support the party, but I may not like what you do here. Not because I support you, that means I must turn a blind eye to everything.
Yes. I thank you very much for being here.
You're welcome.
And we're going to certainly be paying close attention to Thursday evening. Beyond the Headlines is just getting started. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to see what the big fight is about. That's right. In education, you all have seen the headlines. You've seen the WhatsApp posts and shares. Well, the president of the BEMU is here. We're going to talk to him after this.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Call now to get more of the care you need.
Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store wants to get you ready for back to school.
They have ready-made uniforms and uniform fabrics for almost every school in the Bahamas.
At Carrie's, find skirts, blouses, shirts, jumpers, boy shorts and long pants, neckties, socks, and
You
more.
can even have your uniform skirts custom made.
Check out our selection of embroidered cotton shirts.
That's Carrie's Fabric and Uniform Store on Mackey Street. Call us at 393-0758 or 817-0758.
Pain hits fast, so get relief fast. Only Tylenol Rapid Release Gels have laser-drilled holes. They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. And now, get max strength topical pain relief precisely where you need it with Tylenol Precise.
I can clean your teeth, but I can't wash your whole mouth.
Yes, we're toothbrushes, not mouth brushes.
Listerine works with brushing to deliver 5 times more cleaning power, plus it contains clinically proven essential oils.
For whole mouth health, Listerine. Wash your mouth.
I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good, feel good. You feel like velvet rubbing over my skin, and when your
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmare dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
From one fight to another. The new school year is getting off to a rocky start for the Bahamas Education Managerial Union. There appears to be a lot of issues plaguing education this new school year, but that's kind of nothing new. But we're going to get right into it. Promotions apparently are key on the list. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines this evening, President of BEMU, Bahamas Education Managerial Union, Stephen McPhee. Good evening to you, Mr. McPhee. You come here speaking so softly. Good evening. Let's talk about the promotions that have been kind of put on hold for years now. It's not just last semester, but for years, and it's obviously something that the senior staff are not prepared to move forward with.
Well, I've seen also, Shanika, I want to make clear, I don't really follow the Facebook and the rest, but I'm getting messages of persons out there saying, why is BEMU at this time, why would we wait until school is about to open to then take action and disrupt education? And most people are not aware, for us, school don't close. So we wait 12 months a year, teachers go home, students go home, not us. These matters of promotion went back as far as 2009, if we're talking about the matters that we would have taken before the
From
Supreme
2009,
Court.
you're saying?
2009 and just resolved in 2021. We had literally had members who went and we got them promoted in this exercise, taking action, received the back pay and outstanding arrest to the tune of $70,000 cash. Now, I'm saying if you look at the salary of an administrator, for someone to owe you $70,000, I mean, something has to be wrong with that. And for someone to work you in an office from 2009 or thereabout up to when the matter was completed, 2021, that can't be right. These are not new matters we have been addressing. I think the public is somewhat surprised that they're seeing us in the public. But we've been taking our matters on with the employer. We've been taking them on with the Supreme Court. We've been taking them on with the Industrial Tribunal. We've been using the industrial agreements.
So it seems every
point.
direction you went in and went to and pointed to, just kind of dropped the ball.
We just dropped the ball. And then what is unfair is they're making this about the matter of court cases, which it's not. We took some 160 matters before the Supreme Court. We introduced a new Minister of Education in chair with 150 plus lawsuits. In the very first meeting, the thing was, the President McPhee just sit in the chair and this big Supreme Court writ. And we're saying, welcome, this is not to you in person. These are matters that we've been fighting and we've been fighting for.
But why do you suppose education that's so important? I mean, we see where the GPA, I think, still hovers where it hovers, right? Why do you suppose education and teachers and principals and other senior support staff continue to be ignored, neglected, treated this way?
I mean, they keep telling me about, oh, Mr. President, we agree with you, you're right, you and your members have every right, but you know, it's the system. I'm trying to say to the employer, these old archaic practices, you're still using general orders from some 1970. I don't even know if it's ever been amended in my lifetime. But in 2025, due to collective bargaining, there are new agreements that way pass and supersede. But we still have ancient persons with ancient minds.
Who are these ancient people?
Well, it must be the leaders who are going to tell you at every point, oh no, but our practices.
Sounds like the permanent secretaries.
Well, I'm saying there's a whole lot of them. There's a whole lot of them. And then when you look at how some of these persons who have been placed to manage education have been put there, often, I must say to their credit, some of them will tell you straight out, I don't even know how education works. I don't know how this system works. What is a principal versus a vice principal? And these persons have been tasked with managing persons who are way more qualified and knowledgeable. not only about the policies.
But surely they know the difference between a principal and a vice principal.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm using that literally. I mean, not literally, but I'm saying these are some of the figuratively, these are some of the challenges.
Yeah, but then...
And people don't want to move in mindset.
That part right there.
So
they want to continue to do as they have always done and say to you, this is how it's been.
This is how it's been. And then look you in the face and say, but it's not me. This is the practice, even though you open the agreement. And you say, but here is the guiding policy. These guide my terms and condition of employment. But they're saying, yeah, but we don't do that.
So let's talk about these. Let's go through the list.
Yes.
Right? Let's talk about promotional exercises that should have been completed and then vacant posts in district offices, as well as school administration for the past many years. That's been outstanding, and then would be filled by prior to opening. I know just before airtime you told me about, I guess, principals and vice principals and whomever else who have been waiting for I guess, official engagements to schools or appointments to schools, and then told that, by the way, you've been reassigned, and they bring someone else there?
Yes. So we started this battle, and I guess it may be a surprise to the public. We have been in every meeting, meetings after meeting after meeting. Last year, September, actually it started prior to that, we made it known to the employer, who's aware of it, that we're no longer prepared to have schools not managing staff in accordance with the policies and regulations of the public service. We had 4 primary schools that went a year without a substantive principal.
How is that?
So what was happening is they would have asked the vice principal to perform the duties of the vice principal, and the principal.
Yeah.
And these persons took on that with the understanding and the union agreement that, listen, this is only temporary. The employer allowed those schools to go without a principal for a full year. And then now sending letters to those persons and saying, oh, you don't meet the criteria, and now we're going to advertise the post, and you wouldn't even get an interview.
Surely that's vexing.
It's
I imagine how
vexing.
it's stunting the entire system, and in particular at that senior level where persons want to move to the next level. They want to become principals if they were vice principals, performing this duty, as you said, for a year, some of them more. And here it is now, they are told, yeah, you've been working that and you've been doing it, but you don't qualify.
So Shanique, imagine this. Last year, September, you came home and you told your family, you told your church, and they announced, I'm now the principal of this school. Every time you turn on the television, you see Shanique Miller, principal at School X. So this is out there, the church will a party for you, principal. And now the time comes, they assess you. We're assessed. And it says on a form, principal. And then now when the time comes and they're going to put out the ad, they're saying to you, Shanique Miller, thank you for your service. You will not even have the opportunity to apply for this post, because even though we ask you to do this favor, you don't meet the criteria. Who sets the criteria? The same person who asked you to do it.
And what is the criteria?
Who evaluated you? The same person who asked you to do it. Who worked you a year without the salary of a principal? The same person who asked you to do it. And we just find it grossly wrong for you then to look that person in the face. And in some cases, we had an incident where the officer was, to date, wasn't even given a letter, but a principal was sent to the school. And you're creating unnecessary conflict between persons in one workplace. We're saying,
imagine, but what is the morale like among your people?
Well, that's why now we rather just stay home.
More than 90% of you this new school term already.
Yep, either one way or the other off, and then we want to work so bad. I can tell you, Shanique, I'm saying to the members, I'm finding out this one showing up and saying, oh, I just had to go get my laptop. And getting the laptop took them like 2 hours to get the laptop because they want to be in their space. They want to work. We are educators not because we were appointed by someone or someone elected us or voted for us. We went to school, we took the time, we went through the process because that is what we wanted to do.
And this is what I am asking you, because what is the criteria when you all obviously are qualified by way of study and then experience, because you've obviously made it up to the position of vice principal or senior master, senior mistress?
Well, the law, the rules of the public service says to the director and team at education, you cannot put Shanique in the chair of principal if Shanique don't meet the criteria. So then how is it that you put Shanique in the chair for 1 year, assess Shanique and says on the EPAR, you do a principal performance appraisal, and then you tell Shanique, well, take that, it means nothing, and goodbye. We're saying that is not right.
Well, it isn't,
but
because
that
the
is
rest of us
just
want to know.
one issue.
The rest of us want to know what's the criteria. We ain't hear that part yet. Like, did they...
Take, for example, if I'm a vice principal and I want to apply for a principal post, it requires 3 years experience in the post. So here's what we have going on. I ask you to serve in the post of principal for 5 years. I assess you for the 5 years. When the ad comes out, I then say to you, the public service didn't put you there. I put you there. So that was 5 years. I didn't pay you. I assessed you and I wake you. They don't count.
They don't mean nothing.
They mean nothing.
This is the game that's being played in the public service as it relates to education.
That is what is being played. And so the people out there who are watching the foolishness on Facebook and making the foolish statements must first read and seek to understand what is going on.
Quickly, how many other outstanding issues are there? If you name it very quickly.
Also have the issue of in our industrial agreement, we're entitled to a clothing allowance. That is paid every July. Last year, we were getting it paid up to December. The year before, we were getting paid
That's a part of the
late.
agreement, clothing allowance for senior staff?
Yes.
Well, you all are good. What else is there?
So, I mean, the other matter outside of the allowances, we're saying in the Family Islands, we think it's grossly unfair that in a Family Island high school, you're leaving a senior mistress to manage the school. The school doesn't have a vice principal. Over the past few years, they've removed the post of vice principal and forced the principal to do duties or a senior master mistress. You go in North Long Island High, there's one principal. You go to NGM Major, a senior mistress is doing the job of the vice principal above her and the principal for 1 year. But she has no options. There is no opportunity for her to be the principal.
Is this because there's a shortage in education and teaching, and what is happening? And why is this sort of this bottlenecking of the system?
Well, I don't know if it's a shortage as much as it is. I've been doing it. It's always been done. Who are you to tell me I cannot?
Calling for an overhaul in education.
Well,
That's how it
sadly
seems.
enough, the persons who are telling us this, if you look at our court document, their names are on it. They were the ones telling us, let's hit the road. But now the hunter or the hunted is now the hunter. And this is what we do.
We are going to continue to follow this. Of course, I would love for you to reach back out to the show if it's something, some development, some agreement,
So
something
what I
that's been
can
agreed
say
to.
is as late as today, the Minister of Education intervened. And I can tell you, thus far, we've been able to work out a number of things.
But Jesus, thank God common sense is in the room.
And so we're going to meet with our members
no, but if
tomorrow.
these people who can't move, if these people who are stunting the system, who've been working in these various government ministries for doggone decades and can't get it together, then they must leave. They're the ones who must go. Because, I mean, after all, our kids are the ones who are punishing, yes?
Yes, they are.
I thank you very much, Stephen McPhee. Again, this platform is open to you. Let us know what the minister does and what she has made right in this matter. I'd love to have you back. Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. Beyond the Headlines is back, and when we come back, we're going to shift gears and speak with some medical professionals who are here to talk about a new health care opportunity for you. Beyond the Headlines is back right after this.
We have to be mindful that as much as we want touristic development, what impacts the fisheries? Over-coastal development, destruction of mangroves, overzealousness of the industry. We have a new movement called do-it-yourself fishing. That is anglers who come to the Bahamas, they don't engage in hiring a guide. Because of this approach, you are going to have people who are going to exhaust the resources.
This is an industry that's preserved. It should be for Bahamian guides only. We have the DIYs coming in here and they're destroying our flats.
We try not to overfish certain areas, so we'll fish a certain area and we'll back off for a while because we don't want the fish to feel too much pressure.
It's not just using the buzzwords of the environment and the ecology. The tourists can be educated that the more you support local ownership, people are doing it obviously the right way, the more the economic circulation in the communities.
I think the most critical thing is accountability, and that accountability by way of legislation, both the Act and regulations to govern fly fishing in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I look at conservation efforts and the regulation that I've seen to protect the industry that's in the developed world. All of those jurisdictions have implemented strong regulation to protect their fisheries. We are way behind, but we do have a movement and a consciousness. We know where we need to be. Those are our resources, and we have to make an exerted effort to protect it because that's the only gift that we have been given. And if we don't protect that, then we lose everything.
Building the lodge, I understood clearly the mission to continue what my father started. From this lodge, it has served as the headquarters. We finally got legislation passed in 2016, and it legitimized the guiding profession. We pushed to get the program established into BAMSI in the training of the next generation of guides, but it extends way beyond that.
We need more Bahamians in the industry who are doing the research to provide the information to the industry, that is to fishermen and to everybody who benefits from the resources.
We don't know the resources in this country. We grew up just hearing about sun, sand, and sea.
It is going to be through education and awareness, whether it's within our schools, whether it's in our communities, to conserve the environment, that is going to sustain the fly fishing industry.
Well, the future of fly fishing in the company, I think fly fishing is a very, very unique spot. I think it's going to get better because the guides are now being all certified. They're all getting proper knowledge of handling and how to run the whole system.
If you're a youngster and you want to get into this, it's a job like any other job. You got to live it. You got to love it.
Young entrepreneurs coming in, you want that kind of interest. You want that kind of drive and desire. You want to carry that. You want to become the product.
This year marks a milestone. The OWN Foundation is celebrating 10 years of impact, innovation, and inspiration. Join us for OWN Talks, September 12th at the Atlantis Resort, Paradise Island at 7 p.m. for a transformative experience under the theme, Activate. Taking the stage are world-renowned leaders and visionaries. Sebastian Bastian, visionary entrepreneur, philanthropist, and CEO of Island Luck and Weiss Technology Group. Barbara Corcoran, legendary real estate mogul, entrepreneur, investor, and star of Shark Tank. Vusi Tembekwayo, global business strategist, venture capitalist, and one of Africa's most influential thought leaders. Be part of this unforgettable evening as the OWN Foundation celebrates a decade of purpose and progress. And together, we activate the future.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
If you enjoy watching Beyond the Headlines, take advantage of our exclusive offers with 4 15-minute interview segments at $1,200 and 20 30-second TV ads at $2,000. Contact 557-0258 or 557-0259 for more information. Go beyond with Beyond the Headlines.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you tuned in this evening. We are going to just continue moving along in this segment. We have a husband and wife duo who are both doctors. One is an orthopedic surgeon and the other is a radiologist. And they are here to talk about a brand new medical center that they both have come together to bring their expertise to that will help make medical care just a little easier to access and available to you. Doctors Talitha and Aki Minis are the CEOs of Sunshine Medical Center, and they are here this evening just to bring you up to date on the services available and what is it that you can do and expect once you walk through the doors. Doctors Minis, thank you both very much for being here, and good evening to both of you.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, Shanique, for having us. Sunshine Medical Center is an opportunity that my husband and I started just January of this year. A little bit about us. We're both physicians. My husband studied orthopedic surgery and I did radiology. We've been in the field with experience for about 14 years collectively. We've both worked in the public sector. I've worked as the director of radiology in the public sector. And I've worked also in the private institutions for about 6 to 7 years. But sometime last year, it just made sense and we decided as a team to put together and open our clinic where we offer imaging services, which is my specialty, and we offer orthopedic services, which is my husband's specialty. Some of the things that we offer, we have at the moment are x-rays, any type of x-rays that you would need, and also ultrasound services. One of my passions and my ministry, I call it, is doing also ultrasound guided biopsies, breasts. I also do thyroid nodules. At the moment, we do consultations for patients that may have had imaging done at other centers, but you're looking for somewhere, it's a very sensitive thing to have, particularly the breast biopsies. So you can come to us, we review your images, we go over everything, and we make it a comfortable place for you to have those biopsy procedures done, and we make sure that we give you seamless follow-up with your referring physician. And so that's one of the things that I'm very passionate about. We provide a ray of hope. We provide a comfortable environment for our patients once they come in. And at the moment, those are the services that we have, and we're looking to expand. But
it's wonderful that because obviously there's specialty services that you both offer. Dr. Minis, I'd like for you to talk about which level of patient you would want to come into your clinic and your health center, and what is it that they can expect in terms of health and level of service provided?
First of all, I'm an orthopedic surgeon, specializing in orthopedic surgery, which deals with bone, joints, tendons, and ligament injuries. And the level of patient that we want to see in our basic level patients, as well as medium level patients that can walk, ambulatory sometimes, or sometimes patients might need to be carried in with some assistance. They would also have had some type of injury to their musculoskeletal system, particularly the arms, the legs, the neck, or the back. And what we can do for them is we could provide a comprehensive care in so much that, number one, they can have an x-ray done, or even an ultrasound, depending on the indication. And we can also, from there, offer them the orthopedic service, which is an orthopedic consult and orthopedic review on spot, on demand. These are some of the things that we can do. So most patients are ambulatory. They can walk in, or they can be assisted in a wheelchair.
You have key messages, and Dr. Minis, you kind of touched on one of them. That's absolutely like the banner of the entire medical center, Ray of Hope. Talk about how important that is to giving and administering the services that you do, that you both do.
So every time, one of the things that I'm very conscious of when I see my patients, like I say, I call it ministry, because I know that even though I may see multiple patients, anytime a patient comes to see you, that is their first encounter with you. And so I always check myself before I enter the room, make sure that I'm not bringing anything into the room. I make sure I pray. I'm a child of God, and so I bring that into my practice, and I make sure that each patient is comfortable. Sometimes patients come in smiling, but you don't know what's going on the inside. And so I make sure I check myself so that we bring the care that we need along with that interpersonal aspect of health. Sometimes that can be absent. Sometimes you can go into institutions and you find it a bit cold. But I want to make sure that from the door, even my staff, we emanate a ray of hope. We emanate light. You know, the Bible has said that we should be the light of the world. And that is one of the things when we were naming it. You know, my husband came up with the name, and initially I thought it was cliche, but I said, you know what, sunshine, we are the light. It is my personality.
You're bringing the brightness in.
Yes, yeah. And so I am definitely, I want to bring that to my patients. And so I want to make sure people know that that is an experience that they can have when they come to our center.
Now, where are you located? And just how is the whole atmosphere towards adding to that ray of hope theme?
We're located on the corner of Palmdale Avenue and Bradley Street. If I can give just a pinpoint, it's Palmdale Avenue is the corner where Wendy's is off of Mackey Street. And if you head west, we're just on the right-hand side. It's a bright yellow building on the corner, just diagonal from Kemp's Funeral Home. Our numbers there are 323-1414. You can also find us on Facebook, Sunshine Medical Center. We're also just started a TikTok page, so you can find us there. You can personally message us at 557-1414. My staff is readily available to answer any questions you may have about imaging. And also, we can also send you a pin location on the WhatsApp if that's necessary as well.
And if you have a question about anything, doctors, and specifically so that people can know that, wait a minute, wow, I can go get this checked out.
So for the orthopedic side?
So for the orthopedic side, if you have a slip and fall, if you twist your ankle, you might fall on your wrist, you have a pain, an ache, any affection of the body, you can decide to come and see us at Sunshine Medical, and we will have an assessment done right away, and then we will do some examinations, and then we'll do investigations, which will include, again, the ultrasound and the x-ray. And then you'll see an orthopedic surgeon. So this is also like exercise
injury and maybe some sort of joint pain.
Sports. Kids falling on their bikes.
Kids,
arthritis.
Adults. Okay.
Also for the ultrasound side, obstetric patients, pregnant women, pelvic patients, males that need prostate ultrasounds done. We do all of that. Kidneys, we also offer services for kidney and liver biopsies, soft tissue biopsies, all of those things we do. And any type of x-ray that you need imaging for, we can do that. We also provide urgent and quick reports for referring physicians that need to see their images. We have that availability with our system. Physicians that need quick reports, that is available as well.
Well, congratulations. Yes, sir.
And one of the things I just wanted to add is that in so much as we offer the comprehensive care, we also offer surgical services as well, and non-surgical services. So that's to the spectrum of individuals, to the young, to the old, to the sports player, even to the community walker. All of those services can be offered if you have anything that you probably are concerned about.
Yes. Now, once again, give us the phone numbers and where you're located.
Phone numbers are the work number is 323-1414. The cell is 557-1414. We're located on the corner of Palmdale Avenue and Bradley Street, which is just west of Wendy's off Mackey Street. We're also on Facebook, Sunshine Medical Center, and our TikTok is also Sunshine Medical Center.
You wanted to say something real quick? He said no. Doctors, I thank you so much. Again, this is Doctors Talitha and Aki Minnis. They are the CEOs of Sunshine Medical Center. Their theme, Ray of Hope. And certainly, of course, you heard where they're located, just off Mackey Street. Certainly go and give them a visit. Doctors, I thank you both for being here this evening, for wrapping up tonight's show. And certainly, of course, again, you can reach out to Sunshine Medical Center to get all of your needs. You heard the various things that they cover, injury and all that stuff. Get it properly attended to. And so thank you both for being here this evening.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Of course, at the top of tonight's show, thank you to Andrew Blue Johnson. Of course, in the middle of the show, we had the president of BEMU here, Stephen McPhee. And in this segment, Sunshine Medical Center. Thanks again. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. It's been awesome having you along this evening. I look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.